Yeah, makes total sense. When did you realize that makeup and
Hmm.
being creative was your passion?
I always loved being creative. Like I had my mom's heart broke. I'd be drawing all over the walls in the house and everything. Like that should be given out to me. But I always loved it. I always knew that I wanted to do something creative. I just didn't see anything else for myself. I originally wanted to be a tattoo artist because I love drawing. But it's funny when I look back at all my artwork that I used to do, they're all faces. So it's weird how it's
Yeah.
translated now. But I was in my final year of school and I remember I was looking at little Google images, just, those step tutorials of how to do eye makeup. And I was doing that and I got a few compliments being like, "Geez, you're really good at that," or whatever. Obviously, from being creative at art, it must have translated onto my face. And I was like, maybe I do like this. Maybe I could be better at it. I love like theatrical makeup and makeup in movies. So my one of my favorite movies growing up was Pirates of the Caribbean. I was always mesmerized by the makeup in it and knowing how long they had to sit in the chair for like 6 hours before they even got to film. Like I love the idea of kind of almost transforming yourself into something totally different. So that's I just decided that. But again, I feel like I go on what I want to do and how I kind of feel. Again, I won't let anyone, like I was told whenever I wanted to do makeup, how are you going to make a career for yourself out of this? Like I remember my parents being worried. It was coming from a place of care. They were like, well, how are you going to make, a good living for yourself? They couldn't see the bigger picture. I honestly couldn't even see the bigger picture back then either because influencing or content creating wasn't even a job back then. But I just knew I wanted to do it and I loved it. So I went with it.
Yeah, and I do think I totally get you there because when I started the brand Pause Penny,
Yeah.
my dad like literally nearly had a stroke. He
Yeah.
was like, "You're going to give up law? Like,
Yeah.
I can't sleep. Oh my God." I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm following my passion.
Passion.
And do you think that if people follow their passion, they'll find the success, whatever success means, I
Yeah.
guess.
I think there's two ways about it because obviously following your passion means you're going to be doing a job that you end up loving. But then the other thing is as well, sometimes the job can take the love out of your passion. Then if it's something that it depends what you see it as. Like if your passion is something that you use to relax and like unwind and everything, I think it's a way of finding the balance between it. But I definitely think if you have a passion and you have something that you love and people are telling you, "Oh, I don't know about this," I think if you know that you're going to put in 120%, if you know you're going to give it everything, you should go for it. Like 100%. If I didn't go for it back then, I would have, it wasn't even an option for me. I didn't even think of it like that. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to make it work." I remember not even being worried about it. I was just like, "Oh, I'll make it work. I'll find something that I love doing, within this space." But I think if you're passionate about something, definitely go for it because you just never know what doors could open up.
You never know. And
Never
that's the
know.
thing. I think we kind of pigeonhole ourselves and we're like, okay, well, I do makeup, so that's all I can do.
No.
But you've created
Mm-hmm.
now a massive brand
Yeah.
out of it. How
Mm-hmm.
did how did it go from doing makeup into
Brand.
launching your
Mm-hmm.
own business?
So I was doing makeup artistry for years. I was working on counter. I was working on loads of different skin tones, skin types, all ages, genders, everything. And I started posting my work online. And again, influencing wasn't really a thing back then, or content creation. It was YouTubers were kind of the thing that was up and coming, but it was, or blogs. Say, I wasn't going to go writing a blog. I'm not writing out big things. But yeah, so I started with that. I built a platform online and I ended up leaving the brand I was working for to do makeup artistry, like on clients, take my own clients. And I didn't even get a chance to do that because I bought a chair and everything. I was going to set up my own little space at home. But by the time I had left, I'd grown such a following that brands were just approaching me. And I would be able to make more money creating content that I love, having my own opinions and using brands that I love as well. I was doing that for years. I collaborated with some of the biggest brands in the world. I had a massive collaboration with Morphe. I know they're a massive America
Mhm.
brand back in 2016. So I had a collaboration with them and I really got a taste for creating products. So again, my kind of dream evolved from just creating looks on my face to actually creating products for people to use. I really loved creating stuff that made people feel confident or that, improve their day. Do you know, because I view makeup so differently. Yes, it's a thing to make you feel beautiful, but it's also a thing to give you confidence and a way of self-expression. It's your like identity is how I kind of see it. So I got a taste for that. And I was with my friend and business partner, and he was like to me, would you start your own brand? And it's always, I think every makeup artist would love to create their own products or create their own brand. And by the time I was like, oh, I don't know. I must have been like 22 at this stage. And he was like, well, what's your reason not to? And I was like, I actually don't have any reasons why not. So that's why we got started. Like, if you don't start, like, if I had you have to, I think I'm a creative person. All right. This is what I always say first and foremost. I didn't do business in school. My whole purpose, I feel like, on this earth is to create. So the business world can be intimidating if you're not part of it or don't know anything about it. But the best thing you can do is just start. Because honestly, like everything in life, once you actually start, you learn as you go. Like 100%.
Totally.